What up, True Northers? In today's mini toot, we're going to be talking about the sit-up. I know. In recent years, the sit-up has kind of gotten a bad rap, but we found as long as it's not contraindicated, it's programmed properly and performed correctly, the sit-up can actually be a very functional exercise. So today, we're going to take you through the progressions and coaching cues that we use with our members in here to help get them to their first full sit-up. If you're looking for a more detailed description of the progressions, you can always check out our WTF or What the Fundamentals series. Okay, let's get started. So the first progression is going to be the eccentric sit-up. So for the eccentric sit-up, I'm just going to move my sandbag out of the way because we don't need that yet. We're going to have those feet flat on the floor, hip distance apart, make sure we're in a nice tall posture, cross those hands over the chest, and we are going to lower ourselves to the floor with control in a nice, slow manner. And then to come back up, we're going to bring those knees up, bring ourselves back up, and do it again. Okay, so with the eccentric sit-up, we want to work with a lower rep scheme with this one. So we could be working anywhere from 3 sets of 5 to 6 repetitions. The key with this one is making sure that you're able to lower yourself to the mat with control. If you're finding that you are falling to the mat rather than being able to lower with control, then that's kind of the end for you. And even if that's 4 reps, that's fine. Maybe your goal will be to work up to 5. Okay? So if you get to, when you get to, 3 sets of 5 to 6 repetitions of the eccentric sit-up, then we can progress it to the supported sit-up. So what do we mean by supported? Having something like a sandbag or a kettlebell that you can either, not the kettlebell, the sandbag, put on your toes, or the kettlebell put between your feet and squeeze between the feet, okay? So that's gonna offer you some support while you're learning how to do the sit-up. So we're gonna start the same as we would for the eccentric sit-up, up tall, hands crossed. We're gonna lower with control still. And then when we come down, we're gonna focus on using the abdominals to come all the way back up, nice and tall, okay? A note on coming back up. The 2 things that we wanna be really aware that we are not doing are hoisting ourselves up or trying to throw ourselves up. So what would that look like? You would be here and you would go, trying to use momentum to come up rather than focusing on those to come up with control, okay? So versus coming up with that control. The other thing that we want to be aware of is tension in through the neck. And so what would that look like? If you were here and coming up, you might notice that your chin is jutting out and you might feel tension through there and like you're trying to lead with your neck to come up. Remember, we want to be focusing on through those abdominals and letting them do the work to bring us up. If you fix that and your head is in line with your body, so if you fix the neck and the head is in line with your body and you think it's in a neutral position, but you're still finding that you have tension in there, might be best for you to drop it back down to the previous level. So maybe in this case, the eccentric sit-up, and work on that a little bit more before progressing it to the supported sit-up. Okay, which leads us to our last one, the full sit-up. So for the full sit-up, we are gonna have feet hip distance apart, up nice and tall, hands crossed over that chest, lowering with control, and then using the abdominals to pull ourselves back up, nice and tall, okay? One thing that we want to be really aware of with this one is that the feet aren't lifting as we're coming through. Again, that's just kind of another little cheat that our body's using to help us get up. So we just really want to focus on as we're coming up and using those abdominals to come up nice and tall. And there you have it, the progressions that we use in here with our members to help get them to their first full sit-up. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And until next time, happy sit-upping.